Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be going over my short to medium term Ethereum price prediction because I want to bring to your attention some of the technicals that we're seeing show up on the shorter term charts for Ethereum, because how Ethereum plays out the next couple of days is going to have a big impact on what the next couple of weeks look like for the alpha of altcoins. Is Cardano about to see a major resurgence against Ethereum? Is Ethereum about to break critical levels of support? We're going to talk about all of that and more in today's video, so make sure to stay tuned. Without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. As per usual, we want to go ahead and start with our bullish scenarios on Ethereum. One of the first things I want to bring to your attention is the fact that there is currently an uptrending level of support on ETH. There is also a downtrending level of support on ETH's RSI. That does indicate that we are seeing bullish RSI divergence. Bullish RSI divergence is very, very important because it is very rarely ignored by the market. We're almost always going to see that play out the way that we want to. Corresponding with that, we're also seeing that the 50 daily simple moving average is moving to the upside, and it is currently holding the market up as we pulled back yesterday to a local low of 3,140 and tested support on it. You can see that right here. We pulled back right on there and tested it. Another thing to bring to your attention on Ethereum is the fact that these two lows are higher lows. So Ethereum has seen a higher low form, and similarly to how we talked about on Bitcoin this morning, we are seeing higher lows and higher highs form on Ethereum, just as we've seen on Bitcoin. So that is a very good sign indeed. One of the things that I also want to bring to your attention is the fact that the volume is not terribly high, but it's also not low. I was expecting the volume to look a little bit worse, considering the fact that we've seen the price action drop and overall interest in the cryptocurrency space decrease, but that hasn't happened. It is still looking relatively decent. However, there are still some bearish factors that we need to take into account, and one of those shows up down on the 1 hourly chart. It would be none other than the fact that Ethereum right now is sitting in what we might call a symmetrical triangle pattern. This symmetrical triangle pattern is constituted by a downtrending level of resistance right here and an uptrending level of support right here. However, on the contrary, there is also an argument to be made that Ethereum is in a descending wedge instead, based on these lows right here. And if it's in a descending wedge, then Ethereum should be expecting to break to the upside, whereas if it's in a symmetrical triangle pattern, then we should be expecting to break to the downside. And to make it even more confusing, there are people arguing that Ethereum, right now is in a descending triangle pattern, which should be breaking to the downside, as is a continuation pattern. Lots of patterns going on here. We're going to come back to that in a second, but I did just want to bring it to your attention. One of the other bearish signs that we need to talk about here on Ethereum is also out on the daily chart, because we're seeing not only that there's bearish RSI divergence right here based on these tops on the price action and the RSI, but also down on the 1 hourly chart, there is bearish RSI divergence playing out with these tops right here and these tops on the RSI right there. So we're seeing RSI divergence point us to the upside, but we're also seeing RSI divergence point us in the downwards direction. So what gives? Are we seeing RSI bolster us or not? Are we seeing bullish formations like a descending wedge, or are we not, and we're seeing bearish formations like a symmetrical or a descending triangle pattern? Right now, there are a lot of contradictory statements and technical indicators and analysis going on not just Ethereum, but Bitcoin too. This is something that happens in cryptocurrency sometimes. I call it the dissonance of technical analysis. That is when the technical analysis doesn't agree. It says two different things. Right now, the technical analysis is telling us two different things. So we have to lean on things other than just technical analysis. For example, I personally believe that Bitcoin is going to have a very bullish next couple of weeks, but that's sitting in an area of a lot of flux. If you want to go back and watch Coffee and Crypto this morning, we went into a lot of detail about where we think Bitcoin is going to go. The TLDR of that is that it is in a critical decision point right now, and where it goes is really going to determine a lot. So here's the deal. Ethereum has a lot of technical indicators that are saying one of two things, up or down. That's not very helpful. But what I can tell you is this. I think that Ethereum is about to see a period of very high volatility, and I think that period of very high volatility is going to follow in the direction of Bitcoin. So I think that Bitcoin is going to be bullish, ergo, I think that Ethereum is going to be bullish also. And if we look at the chart here, I think that Ethereum will likely be breaking resistance at 34.50 if Bitcoin breaks to the upside, that is. And if it does, I personally believe that Ethereum is going to be heading back up towards these resistance levels at 3,572 and potentially even higher. That's why I have a prediction by the end of the week that Ethereum is going to be sitting around $3,550. I think that it is going to be breaking bullish out of this descending wedge, and it's going to be following Bitcoin to the upside. That's what's most likely. But there is a less likely but still possible scenario that Ethereum breaks to the downside out of some of these patterns. And if that occurs, then I think it is inevitable that Ethereum will pull all the way back down to $3,000. So, as I said, the more likely of the two scenarios is a rally up to 3550, nearing 3600. But if Bitcoin falls over, because we know that Ethereum follows Bitcoin, then we will be expecting a $3,000 Bitcoin. But my money is on that rally towards that $3,600 price target. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, though. Where do you think Ethereum is going over the next 3 to 5 days? I think it's going to go up. There's always a chance it could do what you don't think it's going to do, but I think it's going to go up. Let me know what your opinion is in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to subscribe. We are one of the fastest growing cryptocurrency analysis channels on YouTube, and the reason is because we try to bring you a holistic point of view on these markets every single day, showing you both the bullish and the bearish so that you guys can come to a profitable conclusion on what the market is going to do next. So make sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you haven't already. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.